Blind Date in association with Going Places, the holiday matchmaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Blind Date, and here is your host, Priscilla Black.
Thank you. What a welcome. God bless you. Thank you. Hello and welcome to another Blind Date. And in tonight's show, we'll be seeing Dino and Catherine taking the waters in Crete. And we'll have a look at Sarah and Kevin dancing their date away in Portugal. And we'll find out exactly what happened with them later on. But first, let's welcome these three gorgeous lads looking for a lively lady. So come in, the lads. The girls like you out there. Let's start off with you, number one. What's your name? Where'd you come from?
Hi, Scylla. My name's Rupert, and I'm from Bristol.
Rupert from Bristol. Now,
That's
Rupert,
right.
you are absolutely potty about your job, aren't you?
I am, Scylla, yes.
What do you do?
I'm a potter, self-employed.
And what are you clutching in your tiny little hand there?
Tonight, Scylla, I've got a clay heart with my initials on one side. It's my heart.
A clay art.
And we're hoping to get the girl on the other side.
Oh, let's have a look.
There's a little caricature of me on the top.
Oh, and that's you on the top. Oh, sweet. Oh, bless. How do you impress the girls? I mean, you know, I've heard of artists saying, would you like to come back and see my etching? Would you like, what do you say? Would you like to come back and see me parts?
After the success of Ghost,
Yeah,
I
Ghost?
usually take them back to the workshop, put on a bit of the old Patrick Swayze and the Unchained Melody. Oh. Do a bit of the old...
It's all...
Very good.
And this is what you come up with, is it? What does it mean? Now, you explain to me, what does that thing mean there, then?
Well, what we've done is basically I've got a heart,
yes.
and if I don't get picked tonight, then I'm going to break my heart.
Oh. Anyone who had an heart. Oh, it's going to be broken.
That's right.
Well, I wish you a laurel luck tonight, Rupert.
Thank you, Scylla.
Yes, and I hope your heart isn't broken, too.
So do I.
See you later on.
Thank you.
Hello, number two. What's your name and where do you come from?
Hi, Scylla. I'm Zinc and I'm from Hull.
Did I hear right? Your name's Zinc?
Zinc. Yes, Zinc.
Sounds like an ointment, doesn't it? Zinc. Is that your nickname or is it your real name, Chuck?
It's an abbreviation to Zincalo.
Zincalo? Oh, you're foreign.
Well, sort of.
You're foreign, from Hull?
From Hull.
Zincado. Well, what nationality?
It's Spanish-Portuguese.
Oh, is it? What do you do?
I'm a hairstylist.
Oh.
A hairstylist.
So you do it. Well, we want to know what's in and what's out. What's been in and what's been out.
Rachel from Friends, anybody watch that?
Rachel from the big
Loved the series.
All that
She was great, you know. Yeah. Lovely.
That's
Beautiful.
gone.
One of my favourites. That's gone.
Oh, she's had the elbow.
You're not going to believe this, Scylla, but this is no lie. Reds are in.
Really?
Reds and waves. I'm just saying that. Big for 98, winter 98, Reds and waves. Very
Really?
warm, so warm
Do you
in
know,
winter.
I knew if I had this style, I'd come back into fashion. I did. Are you looking for a redhead tonight?
Well, sorry to disappoint you. You're the next best choice, but I'd go for a bubbly blonde tonight. I'd be happy with a bubbly blonde.
Well, I can't promise you a blonde tonight, but I can promise you a good time.
Thank you. I'm having a great time tonight.
Enjoy it. Hello, number three. What's your name and where'd you come from?
Hey, Scylla, I'm Stephen. I'm from Edinburgh and sunny Scotland.
Edinburgh. So what what do you do up there in sunny Scotland?
Well, believe it or not, Scylla, I'm a bushman of sorts. I'm a trainee conservationist.
A busman.
Bushman.
You work on the buses.
The bush.
The bush.
Great outdoors,
Bush.
the wilderness.
That's in
Plants,
Australia, the bush. That's not in Scotland.
Oh, it's outdoors. It's outdoors. There's animals, plants.
Yes.
Bush, wilderness.
And you're a conservationist.
Training conservationist.
So you love the wildlife and everything.
Yes, love it.
So are you looking for the outdoor type of girl?
An earthy woman.
An earthy woman. Well, how do you woo your ladies? I mean, because you're obviously not a pub and club kind of guy.
I have been known to take them on wee wanders through the hill at the back of my house where there's a tremendous...
We wander through the hills.
It's a tremendous spot. You've got badgers and foxes and they're all hanging about. And it's a tremendous experience taking them up at night time. It's very dark. You're going through the bushes. And you come across, there's this bit where all the badgers live. And it's like Mars, and they pop their wee heads out and stuff. And they're like really kittens.
Oh, now I know exactly why you're on Blind Date, Jug. I really do. Come and see my wee badger. Oh, fellas, enjoy Blind Date, all three of you. I shall see you in a moment. See you later, lads. Well, there we are, three boys looking for a date to remember. And here's the girl they won't forget. Her name's Emily, and she's from Tyne and Weir. Come in, Emily. Oh, what a way, Emily. Emily, doesn't she look gorgeous, lads? Oh, hey. Oh, the wee badgers would be well pleased in the bush in Edinburgh. Oh, Emily, let's talk about you. You look gorgeous, and in fact, you look like a star. Tell everybody what you're doing at the minute.
Well, I'm studying English and drama at university at the moment.
So, do you want to be a big Hollywood movie star?
Well, you know, Scylla, I decided when I went into acting, you know, I'd love to be a character actress.
Yes.
And I walked into my first drama class, and they just said to me, well, Emily, be a flower.
Be a flower?
Be a flower.
How do you look like a flower? How do you become a flower? Teach me.
Do you want me to show you?
Please, yes.
OK.
Teach me.
Right.
Yes.
I'll be a flower.
I'll be a flower.
I might need you to water me.
Water you?
Right. OK. Right. I'm a little seed at the moment, Scylla. Yeah. And I'm in the soil and it's very cold and very dark and very miserable. And you know, it's a bit very chilly. But you know, I think I can feel it getting a bit warmer. Actually.
What do you feel getting a bit warmer?
A little bit warmer. I think I can feel something poking through. I think I'm sprouting.
You're
Scylla.
sprouting.
Sprouting.
You're sprouting.
There's the soil.
Tell me what...
But Scylla, it's a bit hard, it's a bit dry. I think I need some water.
You need some water, please. Water. Ah.
Oh.
Is that enough?
It's poking through,
Oh,
Scylla.
it's coming,
Poking
it's coming.
Through. Bit more water.
Give us a bucket, please. A bucket of water. Yes.
It's working.
Favourite grade, you want water. Is it up yet or what?
And another petal. And a blooming daisy.
Well, thank God for that. Well done, Emily. Come on, Emily, you've got 3 questions there, so fire away with the first one.
OK. Question number 1 to contestant number 1. I used to live in Sweden and was very impressed when I was chatted up in Swedish. Jag har inte gift and jag har inte barn. Which means I'm not married and I have no children. Which foreign phrase would you use to impress me?
Hi, Emily.
Hi.
Well, I guess it would have to be Eskimo. I don't speak any, but when we get close enough to rub noses, I'm sure that you'll be very impressed.
And number 2, please.
Well, I'd go for a Spanish phrase to go with my dark Spanish looks. And it'd have to be te quiero mucho, because that means I love you lots. And after our date tonight, I hope that's what you'll be saying to me.
What a cutie. And number 3, please.
Hey, Emily.
Hi.
Being a bit of a bushman, I'd have to go for something quite simple. G'day, Sheila. Would you like to try a tinny out of my bush tucker bag? Which translates to, excuse me, miss, would you fancy a cocktail? And if you were to pick me, I can guarantee you have the Wizard of Oz.
Right, question number 2. I love fairgrounds, especially the roller coaster, because it's intense, scary and dangerous. Which fairground attraction are you like and why? Number 1.
Well, Emily, I guess I'd have to be a coconut shy. Because I'm a little nutty, though not shy. And I'm definitely the pick of a lovely bunch.
And number 2, please.
Well, it'd have to be a dodgem, Emily, because if you bumped into me, sparks would definitely fly. And if you could see these 2 characters, you'd definitely want to dodge them.
Number 3, please.
Emily, I'd have to be a waltzer. I'll have you spinning around so fast you can't stand up. But please promise to save the last dance for me.
Being a drama student, I'm particularly fond of the theatre. Lovey. Sweetie, darling, lovey. Which sort of culture?
What?
Which sort of culture
Which sort of culture?
do you like? And why? Number 1, please.
Well, Emily, being a potter, I'm good with my hands. And I just love to get mucky. So, Emily, when you see me tonight, you'll realise that when they made me, they broke the mould.
And number 2, please.
Well, for you, I'd take you out to an opera. Pure class and sophistication. And by the end of the night, I'd have you purring. Encore, encore.
And number 3, please.
Well, Emily, having lived in Africa for a while, I'm fascinated with Zulu tribal culture. But unlike a Zulu spear, when you see me, you won't want to chuck me back.
Emily, it's make your mind up time. Don't make it up just yet before you've heard our dear old Graham with his quick recap.
Emily, will it be nutty number 1? The not-so-shy guy who hopes you go potty over him tonight. Or perhaps it'll be sophisticated number 2. The Latin lover who wants you to ask for a repeat performance. Or maybe Bushman number 3, the waltzing wizard who fancies a big night out by his billabong. The decision is yours.
Well, they've got their favourites. But we want to know who you're going to go for, Emily, please.
Well, I like a bit of singing, Zilla. Yes, I do. So I think it has to be the opera, and that's number 2, isn't it?
I think you made a brilliant choice. All the lads were great tonight. But what about the 2 that you turned down? I guess you've got to meet them now, haven't you? What about, well, number 3? I mean, the one that you... yes, our conservationist. Come in, number 3. That's Stephen from Edinburgh. Come on, Stephen. Is she gorgeous? Oh, what? You're lovely, Stephen. Nice to meet you. Give my love to Edinburgh. I love it up there. You also also turned down our Potter. How could you? You've broken his heart. You turned down number 1. That was Rupert from Bristol. Come in, Rupert. There's Rupert. Look. Oh, Rupert. Look at that. Oh, Rupert. Yes, this is what he made us special. Yes. And you see that bit there, he was going to put your name if you chosen, but you didn't, so you've broken it. Oh, God. I'm sorry about... Well, it's broken anyway. Oh,
Thanks,
good night, Rupert.
Right.
Send me the bill. I have high hopes for you because this guy said to me he adores bubbly blondes, and you certainly are one of those. You look gorgeous. You chose number 2. That was our zinc ointment from Paul. Come in, Zinc.
2 kisses.
Oh, dear. Come on. Add my little joke there to the end. Zinc. His name's Zinc.
Zinc. Oh,
yes,
right.
but tell her the full name again, Zinc.
Zincarlo.
Zincarlo. Zincarlo. Who's going to choose where you are going?
You pick.
I'll pick.
I'll read.
You didn't have time to think, did you?
It's a date in the Caribbean.
Oh! Oh, I'm so pleased. Oh, that's You're so sorry. Isn't that great? You're going to be jetting away to the West Indies, to the fabulous islands of St. Kitts and Nevis, for a tropical date full of crystal seas and perfect beaches. You're going to take a cruise on your own catamaran and round it all off with a trip to the open-air music festival. It's a date of a lifetime in Paradise.
Thank you so much.
I can't believe that. It took my breath away there.
I can't believe it. What a start.
Enjoy it. Send me a postcard, ladies and gentlemen. Emily and Zinc. Enjoy the Caribbean. Well, we're going to take a quick break right now, but we will be back soon to see how Dino and Catherine enjoyed their date in Crete. And here's the moment they met last week. But you chose number 1, a lovely farmer's girl from Suffolk. Here she is, our Catherine from Suffolk. Come in, Catherine. How are you? Let's say hello to last week's couple, Dino and Catherine. There they are. Hi, Catherine. Have a sit down. Hello,
Hi.
Dino. Welcome back from Crete. Well, indeed, Dino and Catherine, let's see what the two of you got up to on Crete, shall we? Yeah.
Look, Catherine, I bought you a magazine. OK? I bought you Mojo.
I've already got it. I bought it earlier.
But what you won't have, can you read Greek? Got your Greek newspaper? This is fantastic.
Superb.
Magic.
You see the sea, look.
Oh, superb.
It's still really hot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice to get off the aeroplane. Pool looks gorgeous.
Dare to jump in.
Hold up.
You won't. You won't. I don't believe you just did that, you prat. That's your sunglasses.
Come on then, get in. You'll never do it.
Catherine, can we have a Long Island iced tea, please?
Fun, but were they dancing alone at the end of the date? I think we better find out.
When, first of all, I saw the first two girls go past, I thought, you know, they were nice-looking girls, but they were brunette. And then, of course, when the screen went back and I saw Catherine and she was blonde and tall, and I thought, great, yeah, it was really good.
When the screen first went back, I thought, yeah, Dino's a good-looking guy, but the sunglasses and the waistcoat, bit of a poser.
Once Catherine and I got onto the aeroplane, we sat down and didn't stop talking the whole way, so we had a lot to talk about, and we got on very well, yeah.
Dino was always talking about himself and about how he could possibly model, and always looking at himself in sort of when we were walking past any windows or anything.
Catherine and I had a lot in common. We found it one of the main things was that both of us can talk very easily. And sort of family life, horses, animals, love of animals. It was good.
Dino's favourite topic of conversation was basically Dino, Dino, Dino.
I'm not often a person to compliment people on the way they look, but with Catherine I did say, you know, occasionally that she did look good.
I thought I made a real effort for Dino on the date, but never once did he compliment me on the way I looked.
I think Catherine is a really attractive girl, but to me, she just wasn't sexy.
The happiest I ever saw Dino was at a toga evening when he was surrounded by Greek women and I was left in the corner on my own. He was not at all concerned.
At the toga night that we went to, I had about 5 girls trying to grab my trousers and pull them down, which was quite a good memory for me on the date.
When we arrived back from our date, we were due to have a night in London, but Dino was very desperate to get home and left that night, and I was left standing in London in the rain with my cases, and I thought it was very rude and the final insult.
On the date, I don't think Catherine could have made much more of an effort. She looked good, she dressed well, but I think at the end of the day it was just me.
I don't think either of the other girls would have been good enough for Dino. I think the best thing that could have happened to him was for the screen to go back and for there to have been a mirror on the other side.
What did you think at the end? I thought you were getting a bit emotional there at the end. You were upset by that, weren't you?
No, a little bit. I didn't really mention... I mean, we did have a good time. I mentioned sort of the bad things, really, but we did get on well, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a great
Otherwise, but... I did feel a bit rejected, yeah.
Oh, but what a cad that last night. What a cad you are, Dino. You had to get back to work. Your business came first, and you left her in London with her suitcases, and you went back home. You travelled through the night, for goodness sake, to get back home. Why did you do that? How could you do that, Dino?
She actually got in a taxi before I did. Catherine did get in a taxi before I did.
That's not the point. I wanted to stay. We had one last night, and you were so desperate to get home.
I did have to get back, yeah. I had to work the next day.
What was it like hearing him say that, you know, he thought you dressed lovely and everything, but...
He never told me.
He never told me.
He said,
you
said you never gave me any compliments.
Yes, but then how did you feel? I mean, you know, you weren't his type, you didn't fancy you, and you weren't sexy enough.
I can do better.
You can. I can do better. Mind you did stick your oar in a few times. I mean, she did say that when the screen went back, you would have wished to have seen an image of yourself standing there before you fell in love. Is this true? Would you say that you love yourself?
No.
So you wouldn't describe yourself as a poser because Catherine does?
Yeah, I would describe myself as a poser, yeah.
He had the sunglasses on the whole time we were there.
But you didn't feel no romance at all. I mean, you'd rather have had the 5 girls in the toga dresses on the toga night. You know, drool all over you than be with our lovely Catherine.
We were dancing at the time, and they did come up and they did grab hold of me, but as soon as the music finished, Catherine and I went straight back up to the bar and just sat and had a drink together.
Only because you were told to.
That is naughty. How do you think your mates would find Dino if you took him to meet your mates? How would they find him?
They'd tell me to get rid of him.
And vice versa, if you introduced our Catherine to your mates, what would they think?
She'd get on very well with them, yeah.
So at the end of the day, you're going to stay friends, is that right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Despite him leaving you in London.
Yeah.
With your 2 suitcases. Will you invite her to your
I
wedding?
had to carry it.
Yeah, can I come to your wedding?
Yeah, as if I can come to yours.
Well, wish them both well in what they do, ladies and gentlemen, Dino and Catherine. Well, we're going to take another break right now, but we will be back in a mo to meet the lucky lad who has to choose one of these 3 great girls. So, come in, the girls. Go and join the girls. They're over there. Wowzer! My goodness me. Well, hello, girls.
Hello.
Let's start off with you, number 1. What's your name and where do you come from?
I'm Melanie and I'm from Cornwall.
Wonderful. What do you do in Cornwall?
I'm a PA for a car dealership in Truro.
Oh, really? Now, if you could be anything, you'd really love to be married, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, so
yes.
would, really.
And you want to have lots of kids, but you want it the easy way, don't you?
Yeah, I thought I'd like 4 and get it out the way and have a couple of twins.
Get it out the way, 2 sets of twins?
Yeah.
What would come first, boys or girls?
Well, I'm not too fussy. A couple boys, then a couple girls.
Yes.
Whatever.
Have you thought... I bet you've even thought of names, yes?
Yeah, I thought, like, Wayne, Dwayne, Elaine, Lorraine. Keep it simple.
Wayne, Dwayne, Lorraine and Elaine. Well, I wish you well with that. Enjoy blind date this evening.
Thank you, Zilla.
Well done. Gliding onto you, number 2, and I say... I mean, number 2 is really apt in your case, isn't it? What is your name and where do you come from?
Hi, Scylla. My name's Natalie and I'm from Yorkshire.
Natalie from Yorkshire. It's the air up there. It is the air up there. Natalie. You've got some front wearing that frock, haven't you? It begs to ask, what do you do up there in Yorkshire? What's your job?
I've just graduated in French and computational linguistics, Scylla.
Well, the dress is speaking volumes. That is your special dress, that. It's your lovely dress.
Well, it is, yes. I call this my nuclear dress, Scylla.
Why?
Because it's had 1 or 2 big reactions when I've been out. I'm not sure why. I can't understand it.
You can't understand it. I can think of 2 very big reasons. You get a reaction when you wear that dress.
That's right, Scylla. I've had proposals of marriage.
I'm not surprised.
And one bloke just cycled past me, took 1 look at the dress and fell off his bike.
Are you sure you didn't knock him up? But you do love a bit of exercise. You've taken up a new hobby.
Yes, my new hobby, Scylla, to get fit for blind date. I've taken up trampolining.
You do it to music.
Yes, that's
What?
right.
What is over my shoulder goes one care, over my shoulder goes two care. Well, I think you're a bonny lass. In fact, I think you're an absolute knockout. I really do. Enjoy Blind Date. Isn't she great? Yeah. Hello, number 3. What's your name and where do you come from?
My name's Kate and I'm from Southampton, Scylla.
Great. I'm Kate from Southampton. What do you do, Kate?
I work for a large insurance company. I'm a technical claims administrator.
All the fellas love you, though.
That's right.
And you love them because,
That's
in your own words, not mine, you describe yourself as a bit of a man-eater.
That's right, Scylla. I've got a 2-stage chat-up process.
Well, how do you do it?
Well, stage 1 is a sexy pout. Like that. If that doesn't work, I've got one final killer.
What?
I lick my finger, I run it down the guy's shirt, and I say, "Let me help you get out of those wet clothes."
Well, enjoy Blind Date, all 3 of you. You all look superb. Ladies and gentlemen, wish them well. I shall see you all in a moment. See you later. Well, 3 girls are each hoping for a hunk, and have we got a hunk for them? His name is Hugh, and he's from London, so come in, Hugh. And I'm next to him. Oh, you. Now, what do you do, Hugh?
I've actually just graduated, sir, and I'm going to be the marketing director of a bakery in London.
Oh. But you are an incurable, to use your own words, an incurable romantic.
Oh.
And so you easily fall in love.
Easily fall in love. No, it has to be the special girl.
Oh, the special girl.
Yeah, it has to be a girl who dresses well, who knows what she's about, who's in control.
Who's in control?
This girl, yeah.
In other words, you like girls to make the first move. You don't mind them coming over and making a move on you.
Oh, not at all. It's in the past. It's sort of happened that way. That the girl comes up and says hi. So.
Yes. Hi.
Well, in fact, one of them had a great chat-up line once, and she just came up to me. She's a very pretty girl, and licked the end of her finger.
You have just spit all over my jacket. Did you see? He went all his saliva.
It wouldn't work on you then, would it? I thought it was very good. I was very impressed by
No, but it might work on somebody else over there.
Oh,
You have got, Hugh, 3 questions, so fire away with your first one.
This is question 1 to number 3, let's say. I have many famous relatives. One of my grandfathers actually discovered fingerprinting.
Really?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Does he know how to get this mark on?
So, what's your family's claim to fame? And that's number 3.
Hi, Hugh.
Hello.
Well, my grandfather invented the exercise bike. And when you see my sleek and shapely body tonight, you'll surely see that his invention has really benefited me.
Oh, my God. Wow. And the same question to number 2, please.
Hi, Hugh.
Hello. Hi.
Well, Hugh, one of my ancestors was a suffragette. And if you don't pick me tonight, you'll want to chain yourself to me and scream in protest.
She sounds like she knows what she wants, then.
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh, yes.
She's in control.
Yes.
Well, the same question to number 1, then, please.
Well, the name on my passport is M. Jackson. So, if you were to check my fingerprints, then you would see I'm a bit of a smooth criminal.
Second question, Hugh.
Another one of my relatives was a famous astronomer, and my family has a star actually named after it, which, you know, I'd love to take you to see sometime. While we're in my spaceship, what other stars would you like us to visit and why? And that question is to number 1, please.
Hugh, I'd like you to whisk me off to the Pole Star, because like all great navigators, when you've seen me tonight, you'd want to follow me home.
And the next question to number 2, please.
Well, Hugh, I'd take you to the Milky Way. Because when you see me in this dress tonight, you'll know that I'm the treat to satisfy you between meals.
And the same question to number 3, please.
Well, Hugh, it would have to be our nearest star, the sun, because just like me, it's really hot, and when we meet, you'll want to see me every day.
Well, question number 3 then is, apparently more couples meet in the supermarket than in pubs or clubs. If I was to look for you in the supermarket, which section would I find you in? That's question to number 1, please.
Well, you would find me down with the washing powder, I'm afraid. Because I'm new, I'm improved, and when you see me, you certainly want to swap me for these two.
And the same question to number 2, please.
Well, you'd find me in the fruit and veg department. Because I'm sweet and juicy, fresh and fruity, and very, very good for you.
So, we have to go to number...
3.
Number 3.
Well, Hugh, you'd meet me at the till, so check this out. You'll earn yourself extra bonus points, and you'll want to be walking me down that aisle.
Very difficult, Hugh, isn't it?
Absolutely impossible.
Make your mind up time.
I couldn't do it without some help, I think.
Well, help awaits with our Graham. Are you there, Graham?
I certainly am. Hugh, will you choose new, improved number 1? The Jackson girl who's a little off the wall, but definitely not at all bad. Or will you choose fresh and fruity number 2? The tasty treat who hopes she'll get your vote tonight. Or perhaps it's stalking number 3, the sleek and shapely checkout girl who can't wait to mark your card. The decision is yours.
It is Hugh. Now, I have to say, all 3 girls are brilliant, but you can only have one of those 3 great girls. Who are you going to go for?
I think this is one of the most difficult decisions I've ever made. Number 2.
No. You will not be disappointed. But what about the 2 that you turned down? They're all gorgeous. How could you turn down number 3? And she is a man-eater. She always makes the first move. And that was our Kate from Southampton. Come in, Kate. Ah, look. Brilliant, brilliant. Oh, Kate, you have so much in common as well.
There's a wiggle there.
There's a wiggle. You also turned down our lovely Melanie. That was number 1 from Cornwall. Come in, Melanie. She's beautiful. They're all beautiful. Melanie. Melanie. Give my love to the girls down at Cornwall. There you go. Now that's gone. Now just picture. Just picture. She's wearing her favourite dress tonight. Here is your blind date for this evening. You chose number 2. That was Natalie from Yorkshire. Come in, Natalie. She's beautiful.
She's shining all right.
Yes, she is shining. You notice that. You notice that. What do you think of our Hugh? I think he's lovely as well.
He's handsome, isn't he?
He's gorgeous, yes. Well, come on, who's going to choose where you're going on your blind date? Come on, sweetheart. Oh, Natalie.
God, I can't get her.
Yes.
Trip to France.
Oh, that's nice. Trip to France. That's really great. What are you going to be doing there? You're going to be sailing off to the beautiful Le Touquet in northern France for an action-packed blind date. You'll try sand sailing. Sand sailing? I've never heard of that, have you?
Yeah, you just go to windsail and you sit on like a...
Oh, that'll be fun.
large skateboard.
Yes. You're going to go karting and clay pigeon shooting. Well, I'm just wondering where she's going to put the gun. Now, you're going to travel... you're going to do all this before travelling to a stunning French chateau for a romantic meal where the champagne will flow. Great. And look, it says down here, let's hope you'll find l'amour in Le Touquet. Let me wish you bon voyage. Just come back next week, au revoir, and tell us how you get on. Yes, don't eat them all at once. Ladies and gentlemen, Hugh and Natalie, au revoir. Picked Kevin and they flew off for a fabulous date in Portugal.
Hey, Sarah, what is Scylla missing?
She's missing a hell of a lot, I'd say, Kevin.
It's a beautiful blue sky, blue ocean, and the sun is definitely shining today.
And the wind is definitely blowing, just like that.
Hurricane force winds, I have to say.
Well, if you're going to spew over the sides...
Enjoying yourself, Sarah?
Yeah.
Over here we have the Imperial. It's a special reserve that ages for about 8 years in the cask. It has light colors, amber colors, and very intense aromas like dried fruits, like vanilla, like oak, like spices. It's a very intense wine, very good, very, very good.
Oh, am I getting locked in here, I have to say?
Yeah, you can get completely bladdered, couldn't you, here?
Getting some wine?
Yeah.
A few sardines?
That looks nice.
What would Mrs. Merton say on this subject?
I should say, if I ate these, you know, I'd probably end up with a dicky tummy, wouldn't I? You know, I don't know how Judy Charmer copes when she's abroad like this, you know. Not that she must cope bowel-wise. I haven't got any Japanese finger food or anything, you know.
Thank you.
Thank you,
This looks
darling.
very fetching.
I like the way the eyes are popping.
Hey, Sarah, what
Hi.
do you look like?
What do you mean? Sweetie, this is a Vivian Westwood, darling. Do you not understand? Vivian Westwood, sweetie. I couldn't possibly get this wet, darling. I'm not getting in there, sweetie. Tell you what, darling. Darling, you go. All right, you go there. It's calling you, sweetie. Can you hear it, darling?
I can hear it.
You there.
Definitely.
You go, darling. Tell you what, sweetie. You go in the water there. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna watch from the limo, darling. All right, just go. Darling, all right. See you later, darling. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. They like you. They like you, darling. You go. You go, darling. Where's the boy, sweetie? Welcome back, Sarah and Kevin.
Hey, Sarah, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing very well. Well, Sarah's impressions were absolutely fabulous. But did they make an impression with each other? Let's find out.
When the first two came round the screen, I thought, wow, really good-looking guys. And when the screen went back and I saw Kevin, I thought, yeah, another good-looking guy. I thought, yep, I've been lucky.
As soon as the screen went back, Sarah was standing there. She looked quite stunning. Thankfully, she wasn't a moose. And I thought, well, it looks good for the date, yeah.
After the show, we went for a meal, and the first thing Kevin said to me was, no matter how badly we get on this date, I'm not going to say anything bad about you because I don't want to be the one to be booed and hissed at. And that was my first warning bell. I thought he's more interested in what the audience thinks than about me.
Sarah and I actually went for dinner afterwards. We chatted well, we got on well, but she was a little bit quiet for me. I prefer girls to be a little bit more outrageous, a little bit more in my face.
At the meal, Kevin insisted on ordering the most expensive things in the menu. He was like, oh, I want to make the most of this kind of thing, you know, I'm not paying Scylla is, and I just thought, that's out of order. It's just plain bad manners.
There was possibly times on the date when I irritated Sarah, but that's the way I am, and she did pick me.
Early on in the date, it became apparent that Kevin and I really didn't have that much in common. I was quite disappointed in that, obviously, because I realised I didn't really fancy him anymore, just because we didn't have anything in common.
Sarah's actually a very funny girl. She's very talented when it comes to impressions of Mrs. Merton or, say, Patsy from Ab Fab. But there were times when I actually felt I was dating Mrs. Merton and I didn't really discover the inner Sarah.
Mrs. Merton was to comment on the date. She'd probably say, Sarah, you silly girl, you've picked the wrong one again. You've made a right fool of yourself. Now get back up to Scotland and sort yourself out.
Well, how do we salvage this? I mean, both of you now looking at me, you look right gutted, you do.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah was a lovely girl. I mean, she really was funny, she amused me. We just really weren't compatible. And to be honest with you, I can't blame the crowd for booing me. I really can't.
What about you? I mean, you did say right from the start that you actually fell in love. He is a he's a great-looking guy.
Oh, yeah.
And you thought he had possibilities. Yeah. In fact, you quite fancied him at the beginning. Can we take it step by step? How did it go downhill from there, Chuck?
I think for me it was really the bit in the car when he said, you know, kind of, no matter what happens, I'm not saying anything bad, you know, I don't want to be booed and hissed at. And I thought he's only really bothered about the audience reaction, not really about me. So that was my first warning bell. But I thought, even then, I thought, oh, well, you know, it still could go okay, you know, give it a go, but...
Well, Kevin, did you realise you were giving Sarah that impression when you said that?
No, I didn't realise. We were both talking about it and we both decided that we wanted to have fun out of this day. If nothing else happened, that we at least had a laugh and a good time. And when Sarah said about me interested in spending blind dates money, it was a case of I really wanted to enjoy myself. Yeah. And it was on your budget. Which helped a little bit, but I still wanted to really go out and have a good time and make the most of it, you know?
But it's not nice to say, though, is it? You know, I mean, really.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said it.
I
wish I could take it back now.
Did you take it in the way that, well, if he was paying, that he wouldn't have enjoyed it, that would have been the end of it anyway?
I think the thing that really sort of clinched it for me with the money spending thing was the day we went wine tasting. Yeah. And there was all these different ports, and they were the oldest, most valuable one, 1954. They were showing how to do it. You take a sniff, take a sip, put it down. And Kevin downed the 1954 and then went, well, I think you better fill that one up again, mate. And I thought, hello. And I think that was when I thought, oh, dear.
How could you show her up like that?
It was the poor guy's face. He was kind of like...
Maybe I should have been a bit more of a gentleman on the date than I was, you know. I really wish... If I could go back in time, I wish I could have changed certain things.
Not on our budget, you know.
He's a gentleman.
Is there any hope at all that you can salvage this relationship? I mean,
definitely
could there possibly...
stay in touch.
I really like Sarah. I think she's a very funny girl, you know. And if I was in Edinburgh, I'd like to go and see her. And if she was down in Milton Keynes, she's welcome to have a cup of tea with me. Really? Anytime.
Oh, isn't that nice? How would, just to round the whole thing off, how would Mrs. Merton say
I wondered when this was coming.
Because I think you do it really fabulous.
Kevin is a lovely boy. He's a cheeky monkey. But when he gets a 1954 part down his neck, well, I'm completely underwhelmed.
have time for this week, but we will be back next week to see how Emily and Zinc and Hugh and Natalie enjoyed their dates together. And, of course, we'll be arranging some more blind dates. So until then, ta-ra for now. Ta-ra, everyone!
Blind Date in association with Going Places, the holiday matchmaker.